Made with Mixcraft.
Alright, all you insomniac buyers, up all-nighters, and especially you streetlight crusaders from all around the world, welcome to the special bicentennial 2 a.m. in the morning celebration of the Tuesday Night Special. I am your late night host from the East Coast, DJ Smokey, and seeing the fact that tonight we are celebrating 200 episodes under these bright street lights, I think it's time for us to waste no time and explain to you guys what's gonna happen for this week's special milestone edition of the Tuesday Night Special. And the first thing to kick off the show, folks, is that we talk about a show that once again got canceled by Sci-Fi for another edition of As Seen on TV. And this show is based around superheroes. Yeah, based around superheroes that I think Stan Lee created. Also, besides that, we go ahead and talk about what happened during the fallout from Extreme Rules from Monday Night Raw from Buffalo, New York, which may or may not have been involved in a movie that I keep forgetting the name of. Also, besides that, we go ahead and talk about some video game clips and hits, as well as 8 games from the E3 festival that they were involved with, for another edition of the IndieCade Triple S Deluxe. Next up on the plate, we find out what in the world Dan the Weatherman Stu got for us to celebrate this show, plus what's gonna happen for this week's weather for another edition of the Weather Update. And depending on what he gives me, this may be his last night a part of this show. And finally, last but not least, and hopefully before the streetlights go out, we wrap up this show with yet another edition of the Indie Report, which is me giving you guys 2 news stories followed up by local concert information from local artists performing in a local area live near you. And according to the maestro, we may have something else besides that, because it's a special show today. And I guess with that said, speaking of the maestro, I think it's time for us to kick up the beats, crank out the tunes, and most importantly, celebrate one of the biggest shows we're gonna have this year for this nightly broadcast, as we bring some fun and delight to your street-lit, moonlit, or cloudy Tuesday night. Only here, right here, on the 200th episode of the Tuesday Night Special. Let's get this streetlight celebration underway, folks.
Yeah, this is my Mixcraft.